Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everybody? It's HTG Brian here, and we have another LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens video for you today. In fact, this one happens to be level 4, the Eravana free play. And as you might have guessed, we're actually going to round up enough studs to get that true Jedi requirement. It's pretty easy now that we have some red brick stud multipliers turned on. In fact, speaking of red brick stud multiplier, we actually have already completed or found the one from this level, but we're going to show you where it is anyways in case you didn't watch our story video. We're also going to round up a couple of vehicle tokens and a couple of gold bricks for completing this level in its entirety. So here we are on the floor of the Millennium Falcon, and we're going to choose the Galaxy map and Chapter 4, the Eravana. And of course, you want to select that free play option, and Freighter Battle is probably going to be a good start as there are some collectibles in the beginning section here. And you can choose whichever character you want, and keep in mind you will have access to all of them inside the game, but knowing that we need a scanner and a grappler, we went ahead and chose Han Solo to get things started. And here we are. We have removed all cutscenes, the scrolling text, and all of that. We have also sped this video up ever so slightly. And just as a quick reminder, we also have those quick links down below in the video description to help you get to all of those mini kits and, in some cases, the red brick. So feel free to use those. You won't hurt our feelings at all. Boy, that was easy for me to say, huh? And all right, so we've taken out the bad guys that have presented themselves, and as soon as that's done, we actually find a scan point on the right side, which, pulling out our quadnoculars, reveals a silver brick wall. So we pulled out Chewie, and he's got his on with his thermal detonator, and now we've actually freed up the hallway and have access to our first blaster battle of the area. But we're going to go ahead and smash and build some stuff and collect some studs because we're looking to get that true Jedi requirement. Now, over on the left corner side here, we can see we can smash and build up this weird coin-operated machine, and luckily for us, it doesn't take any studs out of our total, but it gives us a ton, which is nice, but still haven't figured out if that's like an homage to LEGO Dimensions, or perhaps maybe a reference to like traveling at light speed in like the Millennium Falcon or something. Either way, it's pretty cool, and it's pretty profitable too. And speaking of which, more profiting can be done by actually using the dark side of the Force and manipulating that box, which dropped a whole bunch of teddy bears, some bones, I don't know what. There was a whole bunch of stuff in there, including a handful of studs. So once you grab those, advance up to the blaster battle and get your blast on. In fact, we've got 5 or 6 guys we have to take out. Just make that number deplete and go down to the 0. Once it does make it to 0, it's going to switch on down to Rey and Finn, or who are below, waiting for us. And wait for it. Oh, you know, Chewbacca certainly doesn't look like he'd be a very good quarterback in the old NFL, throwing those imploders about, what, 4 feet? Yeah, probably not going to do it. Probably not going to do it. All right, making our way down below, we actually find ourselves in need of a gas mask. And now anybody who's ever traveled with a Wookiee before should know that you actually should have at least one gas mask around, and that'll help us get through this poisonous gas and get to the end of the hallway, where is the longest, or quite possibly the longest, spinning crank valve ever. But eventually we get that sealed up after about 75 turns of the analog stick, and it'll allow our other character to make it down through the hallway. But as you might have noticed, there is a droid terminal just to the left of that crank wheel, so we'll go ahead and switch on over to 3PO and get our, well, our 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know what it is. It sounds like he's speaking another language, and I think that's what it is. I think he's going through and talking in galactic languages. It sounds kind of German-esque or something, though, if I'm being honest. I don't speak German, but from what I know, it kind of sounds like that. I guess if you're German, let me know. Maybe I'm far off. Maybe that was, I don't know. Anyhow, we are in this new room now, thanks to that droid terminal, and we're going to smash and build some stuff over on the left-hand side. And as it turns out, it's a first order terminal, which we know Finn can handle, so we've selected him to go ahead and hack this computer and match up the old stormtrooper suit. And once it's all complete, it's actually going to send an electric shock, and oh no, it's a Rathtar! Watch out for this guy. I'm not exactly sure what these guys are. They're like a giant mouth and with an excessive amount of teeth and really long tentacly-like arms. So I don't know if like an octopus met up with like a centipede. I don't know. Centipede, that's an awkward combo if you think about that. But anyhow, we go ahead and make it through that quick time event by spamming the buttons indicated, and we have found ourselves our first mini kit. Well, as soon as we grab that mini kit, we also notice there's some bricks bouncing around on the ground, so we build those up into a charge panel, and keep in mind, the yellow zone is for balancing only. And once you get that balance all properly done, it actually pukes out some bricks over on the right-hand side, and luckily for us, we can switch to a character who can build those up and collect that mini kit, because that's what it is. Now, as soon as we collect that, if you notice, we chose Luke, and that's because we need the Force. Use the Force, Luke. And unfortunately for him, he had to lift up like what appears to be like a garbage can lid and then destroy some garbage. But hey, look at this. It's a boinger, and it allows us to get up on this upper ledge and make our way down and around and collect mini kit number 3. So, woohoo! Grab any remaining studs and head outside the room to find out. We need to switch on over to Ray and run across that wall there. If you notice, Skywalker's following me. Now, I have not tried. I don't think Skywalker is actually capable of doing the acrobatic stuff, but it kind of makes sense. He is a Jedi, and he is very limber and capable of doing these things in the movies and such, so I wouldn't be surprised if he is capable of following along, but I couldn't get him to do it. I tried to walk along that little path, and it didn't do it, and now, look, he's nowhere to be found, even though if you scroll back in the video, when I first start doing the twirly poles, you can actually see him following along, so... Anyways, lift up the old bridge here, and that'll actually give him access for sure to get across. And now look, he's just standing over there hanging out. Come on. We saw you run across there. It's no secret. And luckily for us, the bridge is up and running, and we can make our way all the way down. Now, as it turns out, we could have just simply switched over to a grappler and pulled the plug at the end of the hallway here, and then, of course, targeted the bullseye that's behind it. So switch on over to your favorite grapple plug puller and get your grapple on and reveal the old target, which we'll take out, and it'll power up or pump it up upstairs and take out that force field blocking our other guys from getting through the old blaster battle here. So that's nice. Oh, look out, it's a rolling Raptor. And we've actually found ourselves in another section here where there's plenty of guys, but we notice that there's only this little silver, I don't know what it is. It looks like it's some sort of a turret or something. Maybe it's access in the back. But what we need to do is throw some grenades out and take out both silver bricks, left and right side. And once we do, the Raptor will be freed, and he'll go take care of the rest of the bad guys for us. Now, if you watched our story video for this level, you already know that this grapple plug here actually, when it's pulled, reveals the red brick 2x stud multiplier. So that's why you're seeing a purple stud in there instead of a red brick. But if you have not yet grabbed that, you now have it, and you should be able to activate it by going to your character select wheel there, choosing the extras, and purchasing that red brick. Now, I'm not sure you can purchase in the level, but you can certainly do it in the hubs and things like that. So, all right, we have used the old round hound to go through the old hound hatch, and we are inside this new computer room, which we need to hack this computer with that rotary terminal. But first, we need to switch on over to Luke Skywalker. I guess anybody with the good force, with the green force. And we'll go ahead and manipulate that key and build those bricks into a mini kit. So thank you very much. Another one in the bag. And now we've got this awesome little hack station here, which really it's just a matter of moving your reticle over the red circles and pressing the icon indicated to press that button down and either open or close these doors. Now, in this particular case, you have to press this button a couple of times. I think it's 3, actually. And the goal here is just to get that blue power core node thingy all the way down to the bottom. And look at that. Charge it up, and bleakishow. There is the power core. You see, we just dropped it right there. And now our characters down below have access to get all the way over to it. So we'll do a quick butt slam. Oh, not that one. Wait. Quick butt slam, and look at that, we have revealed the power node, so we can make it back and stuff it inside where the blue arrow is indicating, and that'll take us up, up, and away. Oh no. So all right, get ready. As soon as you start running, be ready to grab a mini kit, because you're going to come right at the screen like you see, and then you're going to take a right, and all of a sudden you're running to the right side. Between the second and third arches, there is a mini kit floating in the air, so be prepared to jump up and get it. If you do miss it, keep in mind that you will have to replay this level, but you can use, well, you know what, I shouldn't say that. I'm not 100% sure of which of the loading areas you need to use. I think it's the second one, but yeah, it might be too far already, so All right, once you get to the end of the running spree and Finn gets grabbed by the Rathtar, we're going to go ahead and switch to a character with the dark side of the Force. So Vader will do just fine, and in the front left corner of the area, you can see we can manipulate those bricks and reveal a dive pool. So we went the long way to get to Admiral Akbar. We should have just pushed over to the right a couple of times, but hey, no matter how you get there, choose your favorite dive buddy and Greg Louganis down into that hole and grab that mini kit, which happens to be number 6. So once we have that mini kit and you're ready to move on, go ahead and smash the bricks in the front left side of the room, which give you some multi-build bricks. Now we're going to build the right-hand build first, and it actually targeted one of the Rathtar's arms, so that's good to go. But we actually need to switch on over to a character with the strength, or Chewbacca in our case. And whoa, getting a little spam happy there. Look at that. Look how I've pushed the circle button 1,000 times right there. That was crazy. I was throwing grenades. I was missing the cue for the anyway. Don't be like Brian. Be patient and push the button when you're supposed to. All right, so I build these in the wrong order here. As you can see, I actually built up the hologram spot first, and I should have built the left side. So I got the left side taken care of. Or wait, no, here we go. Here's the hologram thing. Yep. All right, so we got the hologram. He's dancing around. I'm not sure if there is an actual order that you need to do these in, but we went right, middle, left, if that makes sense. So we'll go ahead and build up the far left one now. So I guess the left one was the premature one that I did. But no matter how you look at it, we've got all 3 of the arms down now. And look, oh, Finn's free, woohoo. But we've got a double plug on the right, so watch out for that. Double plugs are usually not a good thing. We'll go ahead and choose favorite grapplers here. And look at that. Pull! That's right. We go ahead and rip that open, and Finn gives us the cue this way. And now we are in the final area. So, all right, so this is probably the 3rd area that you can select. And as soon as you start, we actually find a couple of Minocs floating around, one on the left and one on the right. And the 3rd one is actually right up above this climb wall, but we have a little bit of homework to do before we can get up there and collect it. So take out all of the baddies that are floating around shooting at you. And of course, once those guys are all dealt with, the Rathtar picks up a giant box, and we need to go ahead and target the bullseye right in the middle of it, which makes that box explode and gives us the bricks needed for the left-hand side to go ahead and build the BB-8 rotary panel here. So it's actually a boinger. We're going to get our bounce on and fling this little round hound up to the upper level here. It's what we call a nice upper decker. And once we get up here, we're going to switch to a character that, well, not that's down below, but a character that has the ability to climb on the wall, but more importantly, it has the shooting ability. And actually, we needed the staff. It wasn't the wall. So take out that might not collect the mini kit and insert your staff and spin to win, and watch that little power core down below spin up and move some stuff around. And look at that. Now we've got a little charge panel here for the old round hound. So select BB-8 and get your match on. That's right. Memory. All right, looks like only 2 this time. Sometimes there's 3. I'm not sure what the difference is. The difficulty level doesn't go up any. It's just an extra hurdle to jump through, so to speak, or over. I guess you don't jump through hurdles, you jump over them. But all right, so we have officially powered up the conveyor on the left-hand side of the Rathtar. But we're going to go ahead and switch to a character with a lightsaber so they can go ahead and carve out this weird, I don't know what it is. It's some sort of spinning motor or something. But once we carve it all the way around, it drops a bunch of bricks and gives us access to Minikit number 8. So we're making great ground here. And look, see, Luke cannot wall climb either. So that's kind of weird. I wonder why he is such a Jedi Knight, but yet he can't even do any rock climbing. He would not survive in Bend, Oregon. I tell you that much. All right, so more bad guys. We have removed them, and that conveyor belt eventually takes another one of those kind of yellowish, goldish crates with the bullseye on it, and the Rathtar's holding it, waiting for us to target that, but we're going to switch to Vader and use his dark side of the Force to go ahead and manipulate these red bricks or red pipes or whatever they are, and that gives us access inside, and we can grab Minikit number 9. So thank you very much. we'll take that, and now we can go ahead and target that bullseye the Rathtar's holding and build up the bricks, which look like part of maybe a gun or something. Spoiler alert, I already know what it is. I'm trying to pretend like I don't, but yes, it's part of a gun that we're going to use, and we need to make our way to the right-hand side and get the rest of the bricks. So we find ourselves in a scan moment over here, and on this box on the right-hand side, we go ahead and pull out the quad knocks, and for some reason that scan didn't go through. I must have hit circle instead of square or something. Anyhow, we have revealed some silver bricks, so pull out your favorite silver brick breaker and destroy those, which actually gives us access, but oh, look at that. We need our gas mask, so that's right. You'd think that the Wookiee would have one. Like I said earlier, the rule of thumb for gas masks is if you're traveling with a Wookiee, you probably need it. But doesn't the Wookiee need one? I guess he probably enjoys his own smell. Who knows? But, all right, make your way through with Finn and the gas mask, and we find a grapple point over on the far right side. We can rip that down with Finn, which actually gives us some multi-build bricks. Now, if you played the story, and hopefully you did, you probably remember we have to solve this puzzle from left to right. However, you don't use the terminals from left to right. It actually goes left, right, middle if you're doing the builds and trying to activate these. As you can see, we're going for the red, the green, and then the yellow from left to right, and the terminals are switched up, so it's kind of confusing, but you'll get it eventually, and once you do, we'll go ahead and smash this box on the far right side that reveals a little hatch, yeah, well, I guess it is a hatch. I was going to call it a hatch hound, which is backwards. It's a hound hatch. But we're going to need to switch to BB-8 in order to access that. In fact, there might be some other droids that can use it, but BB-8's the easy one, and we'll keep it simple. Roll up top, literally, and booyakashow. Minikit number 10 is ours. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back because we officially have all of the collectibles in this level. And now we can switch to this weird spider-like robot, drive it out in front of the Rathtar and hit the button indicated. For us, it was circle. He gets mad and slams it down. Apparently, it was hammer time. And, oh, look at that. He has smashed that weird robot into some multi-build bricks that we can build a rotary panel, which this controls the lift up and down. Now, you actually need to have somebody with strength. Clearly not Han Solo. He's way too old to be strong. But we need him to go upstairs. We'll go ahead and switch him to Chewie once we get up there. So, oh, spamming that button again never works out well for me. All right, we open up the right side conveyor, and we see a bunch of boxes coming in. Eventually, that yellowish, goldish one with the bullseye will come on through, and the Rathtar will grab that. And, yeah, some bad guys come out, too. We have to get rid of those guys. In fact, I think you have to take out the bad guys before the needed crate comes out. But look at that. The needed crate comes out, presents itself with the bullseye. We'll go ahead and blam it. And guess what? We've got the last of the bricks needed in order to build up our giant pew-pew. So go ahead and walk up towards it, press the icon indicator. For us, it was triangle, and then just simply use it to blast and take out all the health from that Rathtar. He disappears. We dismount the old turret and collect the studdage and make our way to the Millennium Falcon, which takes us into the final cutscene. And look at that, the final totals as well. So there was a little bit of a cutscene in there, my bad. But the Eravana free play is now complete. We got all of the studs required for that true Jedi, so we got ourselves a gold brick. And you know what? We love gold, as you know. So if you didn't already have that 2x red brick stud multiplier, we actually have it now. But if you already had it, good for you. Hopefully you got your multiplier on during this level. And all 10 mini kits build together to make the Imperial TIE Bomber, which gives us the minifig or the mini vehicle as well as the microfighter as well. I think I said that wrong. Minifig. Anyhow, look at that. There's our final totals. You can get a quick peek at all the gold bricks, characters, and vehicle tokens that we have thus far. But you know what this screen means? That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens Level 4, the Eravana free play. And hopefully you use those quick links to get through this level quickly. And hopefully you're enjoying these videos now that we're finally starting to pump them out again. There was a little bit of a break there due to some computer issues, but hopefully they're resolved. And hey, if you have any questions or comments, head on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We also have HappyThumbsGaming.com, which is the home of our trophy achievement guides, including one for LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. So feel free to go check it out. And hey, if you got a printer, you can even print that stuff off. Check out the mini kits as you get them, or whatever the case may be. There's lots of information on how to get trophy or achievements, depending on which platform you're playing on. And there's also product and gaming reviews over there, and all of our videos. So it's worth the trip over, if I do say so myself. But as for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time, Highway to the sea zone. I know it's an old schooler, but I'm running out of new ideas. If you have an idea you'd like to hear at the end of my sis, go ahead and drop me a comment down below, and you never know, we might go ahead and give you a shout out and use your outro.